All right, just finishing this. I can go right forward. Oh, man.
Hey, man, we're here to play your gear.
Oh, my God. Hell, it's Hyperspace.
Hell yeah, man. We're here. Let's do this.
Oh, yeah. Man, I was trying to go skating, but let's do this.
All right.
Right now.
Man.
Right now.
All
right now.
Let's do this.
So, how long has Hyperspace been a band?
15 years. Been together 15 years. We started in 2011, September 2011. So we're almost 15 years old.
It all started at a Taco Mac.
How many cervezas in at Taco Mac?
That's quite ironic. Like, we were there, and, like, of course, you're surrounded by this wall of these very esoteric, unique, niche beers, and I don't think we had one of them. we're there to talk business, you know? After, like, my failed relationship and starting over, and Jason's path of, you know, his projects before him with, the original band was called Your Last Name, right?
Yeah, Coaches.
Yeah. So, which was really unique.
It's like, I think I remember Coaches. Yeah, actually. Okay. You're like, I want to play music.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was actually, you know, I came out of an interesting last slew of bands. I came from a cowpunk band, you know, and then I came from Zelda's Dead, which was really interesting, like Ode to Misfits style era. It was fun though, really fun. Had a great time. It was fast. And the previous band, the cowpunk was called the Jackstraws. So, but this was my bread and butter. When I heard Jason's music, I was like, okay. And plus the fact that he's so so talented. Like all the artwork and all the posters he did, I was like, holy shit, this guy's like, he's them all in one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then the rest is history. Like, I look at what we've accomplished over the last, 15 years, and then brought on Kayvon.
Yeah.
And we're very, very fortunate that he joined us. When we lost Todd, it was disheartening. Like, me and Jason were like, oh my gosh. And so we tried, bassist, but he came on, and he came out of nowhere, and then he completely impressed us. Plus, he also kind of meshes with our vibe.
Yeah.
Like, there's no prima donnas.
Yeah.
We're all it's very egalitarian.
Yeah.
It's not just one person just like kind of calling the shots.
Yeah.
Or telling one person what to do.
Yeah.
We've all been in those bands.
Yeah.
Like, I was playing for a friend of mine. I won't say who he is. In the music scene. And he was like, hey, play, just practice drums for me. So he's standing there. He's singing. I'm having a great time. He stops mid-song. He looks at me and says, hey, actually, you need to change that. I was like, oh, wow, I'm not playing for you. I was like, I cannot play for you. And the cool thing is, especially with this our most recent album, it's like, especially Kayvon, like, he has all these great conceptual ideas, frameworks, but by the time he brings them to me and Jason, by the time we're done, it's been like amalgamated, contorted, and then he looks back, and he's like, huh. He's like, this is what we started off with, and this is what we got. And it's like, it's a complete transformation.
So, how did the name Hyperspace and the like comic and the drawings, how did that all came to be? Is it just like myself and what I'd imagine, like looking at the art on my wall, that I just like things, and I just kind of like, I think you said you were a graphic artist. And
yeah, I'm designer, illustrator, all that stuff. The name really, I wanted to call the band Coaches, but David, who was our original bass player, he was like, no, let's call it something else. So we made this humongous list, a page long, of all these names, and Hyperspace and Hyperspacer were the two. David really wanted Hyperspacer, but I was like, that sounds like a fan of your band, Hyperspacer, like a Pearl Jammer. Like it's just in. So we just went with Hyperspace, and I wanted it to be Star Wars based. That was the other criteria. But yeah, the art, that comic I just did in like 2 weeks. Like, we were playing Free Comic Book Day at Criminal Records one year. And I was awesome. I was like, they give away free comics. Why don't I just make one real fast? And so I didn't ask them at all, Brian or Kayvon. I just did it real quick, and then that was it. Yeah, quote unquote, real quick. You look at the final product for him. That's a real quick. That's a testament. Well, the comics I make now take a lot longer to do. So but it's just it is all the things I like. I think we all have crossover in stuff. We like sci-fi and
fandom.
Yeah, I mean, there's all that kind of crossover. So it's just sort of organically happened that way, I think.
Yeah, especially like I think one of the best songs that kind of like bridges all of those conceptual commonalities that we all like is 1989. Yeah, for our first album. It's such a great song. You listen to Jason's lyrics, you listen to the song. No, it's not a note to Taylor Swift, but it's a great that right there, that song. That's a great sounding song, and I like what we did with that, especially with the sound effects.
It's definitely different too.
Yeah, definitely different in paying homage to the 80s and 90s and playing video games, etc.
Oh yeah.
Basically, anyone who lived through the 80s and 90s, if you're male or female, there's a good chance you grew up playing like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, etc. So,
absolutely.
And truth be told, that song, the drum beat for that song is probably one of the most difficult for me because I'm ambidextrous, but to the point where I'm riding the hi-hat with my left and I'm playing a completely separate drum beat with my right. Younger.
Whoa. So how'd you get into Rickenbacker basses? Because I love Rickenbackers. I've never owned one, but
I've always kind of loved them. Cliff Burton was a big inspiration of mine, and he always played a Rick, and I just always loved how they sounded. They cut through, and I had a red one before this that I recorded our emulator record with, and I made the dumb decision of getting rid of that one. But this one actually is a lot better. It's lighter. And it's just all in all a lot better of a bass. I love it.
A question does need to be asked. It's just like, how can we're saying this on camera now. What happens if like overnight we go viral and we're open up for Antoine Dapotin, that crazy French band that's going viral right now? I don't know. I probably butchered their name. They dress in the costumes.
I don't know if that would be a good bill.
It probably wouldn't be, but let's just say we get thrown the bill. We open for them. Okay, whatever. And then we go viral. It's like, okay, if I could, I might have a different tune and my thought process if you were to go viral. And then there was true monies at stake. We quit our jobs. I mean, I'm sure. Yeah.
Totally. All right.
I totally butchered that band's name. I'm so sorry. Someone's going to be like, dude, that guy's French sucks.
We'll overdub that.
Yeah. You can just be totally overdub it and be like, say it correctly and like really slow, phonetically.
Bad Religion.
Yeah. There's a French band I can get behind.
Hey, you want to try Jennifer?
Sure.
Blast from the past?
All right.
2, 3, 4.